The night everything changed, I stood under the cold glow of a street
We
lamp in
need to talk
Boston,
about this.
staring at the woman I
I
thought was
just
only
don't
my
have the
friend.
energy
Rain
anymore.
dripped from my jacket, my heart pounded against my ribs, and suddenly the biggest lie of my life felt more real than the truth. What started as a harmless favor had somehow become the most important relationship I had ever known. The problem was that neither of us was supposed to fall in love. Before we begin, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and unexpected love, please take a moment to like this video, comment where you're watching from, share it with someone special, and subscribe to the channel for more emotional stories. My name is Jacob, and 3 years earlier, I was just another student trying to survive college in Boston, Massachusetts. Life was simple: classes, part-time work, late-night study sessions, and dreams that seemed bigger than reality. That's where I met Sarah. Sarah was the kind of person everyone noticed. Not because she was loud or attention-seeking, but because she carried a quiet warmth that made people feel comfortable. She was smart, hardworking, and always helping others. We became friends during our sophomore year after being assigned to the same business project. Over time, our friendship became effortless. We studied together, grabbed coffee between classes, and shared stories about our families. She talked about her parents in Ohio and how much she missed them. I talked about growing up in Pennsylvania and my struggle to balance school and work. Then came the weekend that changed everything. Sarah received a phone call from her mother. Her younger sister was getting engaged, and the entire family would be gathering for a celebration. The problem was that Sarah had spent months avoiding questions about her dating life. Her relatives constantly pressured her about finding someone, settling down, and building a future. Panic filled her voice when she explained the situation. She didn't have a boyfriend. She needed one, and somehow she looked at me. A few days later, I found myself driving with Sarah toward Ohio, pretending to be the perfect boyfriend. At first, it was almost funny. We rehearsed details about our fake relationship. We memorized stories. We created timelines. We practiced how we met and how long we had supposedly been together. The plan seemed simple: spend one weekend pretending, then return to college and forget it ever happened. But life rarely follows plans. The moment we arrived, her family welcomed me with surprising enthusiasm. Her parents treated me like I had known them for years. Her grandmother hugged me so tightly I could barely breathe. Her little cousins asked endless questions. For the first time, I saw a side of Sarah I had never seen before. At home, she laughed more. She smiled more. She seemed lighter. One evening, her father invited me to sit on the porch while the sunset painted the sky orange and gold. He spoke, proudly, about Sarah's determination and sacrifices. He told me how hard she had worked to earn her place in college. As I listened, I realized how deeply she loved her family, and somehow, my respect for her grew into something stronger. After the trip ended, we returned to Boston. The fake relationship should have ended there. Instead, it continued. At first, it was practical. Her family kept calling. Photos from the engagement party spread across social media. Everyone believed we were together. Breaking the story apart felt complicated. So we agreed to continue pretending. Weeks turned into months. The line between acting and reality became increasingly blurry. We celebrated birthdays together. We attended football games. We comforted each other during stressful exams. When Sarah's grandmother became seriously ill, I sat beside her in hospital waiting rooms. When I lost my part-time job unexpectedly, she helped me update my resume and encouraged me not to give up. Somewhere along the way, the performance disappeared. The feelings didn't, but fear kept us silent. I convinced myself she only saw me as a friend, and perhaps she believed the same thing about me. Then came graduation. As our college years ended, uncertainty entered our lives. I received a job offer in Chicago. Sarah accepted a position in Boston. For the first time, distance threatened everything we had built. The night before my move, We met at our favorite spot near the Charles River. The city lights reflected across the water. The summer air felt strangely heavy. Neither of us wanted to discuss goodbye. Neither of us wanted to acknowledge what was happening. The next morning, I left. Chicago was supposed to be a fresh start. Instead, it became a lesson in loneliness. Every success felt incomplete. Every exciting moment felt less meaningful. Every day, I found myself reaching for my phone to text Sarah. Months passed. Then one evening, I received a call. Sarah's voice trembled. Her father had suffered a heart attack. Without thinking, I booked a flight. I wasn't family, at least not officially. But my heart didn't care about technicalities. When I arrived at the hospital in Ohio, Sarah looked exhausted. The moment she saw me, tears filled her eyes. For the first time, she stopped pretending to be strong. And for the first time, I stopped pretending to be just her friend. Over the following days, I stayed beside her. We sat together through long hours of uncertainty. We prayed, we hoped, we waited. Thankfully, her father recovered. But something inside both of us had changed forever. The evening before I returned to Chicago, we walked through a quiet park. Autumn leaves covered the ground. The sky glowed with the last colors of sunset. Neither of us spoke for several minutes. Then Sarah finally admitted something that shattered every wall between us. She confessed that somewhere during our fake relationship, she had fallen in love. Not with the character I played. Not with the pretend boyfriend. With me, the real me. I stood frozen. For years I had carried those same feelings. For years, fear convinced me to stay silent. And suddenly, all that silence disappeared. I told her the truth. I had loved her for longer than I could remember. The tears that followed weren't sad tears. They were tears of relief. Tears from finally coming home after being lost. Today, 6 years later, we are married. Sometimes we laugh about how our story began. A fake relationship, a temporary favor, a harmless lie. Yet somehow, that lie led us to the most honest love either of us had ever known. Before we finish, I have a special request. Comment below with the words, "Love finds a way," if you believe the best things in life often arrive when we least expect them. And if this story touched your heart, please like the video, leave a comment, share it with friends and family, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps keep these emotional stories alive, and allows more people to experience messages of hope, love, and second chances. Because sometimes the person standing beside you as a friend is quietly becoming the love story you've been searching for all along. And sometimes, the greatest relationships begin when two people stop pretending and finally tell each other the truth.